Let me know if you can hear me now. I don't know why the mic was turned off, but it should be hopefully fixed in a sec here. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. I probably would have gone on for a little while before realizing that. But no, I wanted to stream, cause so I uploaded the video on the Tevo Tarantula after all the upgrades, and it's printing way better than stock, especially after adding that cooling fan. So I wanted to make a video, because I want to do another print. I'm working on the review for it now, so I want to do another print just showing off, other than a benchy, like the difference in quality that it was printing before. So I'm printing out just a little Mario. Show you guys a little Mario. Actually, put it in the description of the video. Putting out a little Mario character guy, and I was like, I might as well stream it. But I was going to, because I got a couple printers in today. So I'm printing out this guy right now, but I'm printing him out with supports and stuff. Print preview. So he's got quite a lot of supports that hopefully I'll even be able to break off. Some of the ones around his nose are questionable, but we're giving it a go. But yeah, in the last video I said I had some printers coming in, and they literally both showed up today. So I've got the Tronxy X5 right here, and I've got the JG Aurora right here. So I was like, man, like, sorry about the crying. Maybe it's like bedtime in the house, so the kids are going down. Yeah, I really want to unbox. Like, the JG Aurora is a really easy setup. It's like 8 screws, and it's 300 by 300 by 300, I believe, and it's pretty much ready to rock and roll right out of the box. So I wanted to unbox that, but I was like, no, you gotta finish the Tevo Tarantula first. But it's killing me. Like, yeah, my hair. I've been on bed rest since almost 2 days ago now. I fucking hurt my back, dude, like pretty bad. I pinched a nerve like 2 weeks ago randomly. I was like leaning over, and it went from 0 to 100 with like a sharp pain in my ribs, where I was like had a hard time breathing, and I couldn't move for probably like 24 hours, and it seemed like it was getting better, and then every day it kind of was like a little up and a little down. But I've done a lot of activities between then and now. Like, I went on a hike and I did a bunch of other shit, and yesterday it was hurting a little bit more, and I was at a store with one of my buddies, and it came on like crippling bad all of a sudden, where I couldn't really walk, and my buddy gave me the keys to the car because I was like trying to keep my back straight while I was walking, and I nearly fucking fainted, dude. The amount of pain that shot from my spine to my ribs to like throughout my whole body, and I couldn't breathe. It was one of the most painful things I've experienced in a long time, and it sucks because I just went to the doctor's on when did I go? Tuesday. So a day before, no, Wednesday, I went to the doctor's for a physical, and I had mentioned about my back, but I thought it was getting better, and so the doctor told me, like, he told me to just get some light weights and basically do like butterfly. It's like where you basically stretch your arms out with the weights, the dumbbells, and then go forward, and it's supposed to help stretch that nerve out in your back. But dude, with how I've been feeling the last 2 days, there's no way I could even hold weights like that. So yeah, yesterday, once that happened, which was like at noon, I didn't leave my bed pretty much until 10, and then I got up for a little bit at night for a tiny bit, and then today I was in bed all day long up until a few hours ago, where I got to my computer chair. So I'm feeling a little better right now, but it's still extremely there, which is what's bugging me. I just can't seem to get rid of it. So probably the next few days I won't be doing any physical activities. I had to like push the 3D printers down the tile hallways into my room. I couldn't lift them, dude, especially the JG Aurora box. It's heavy as shit. But yeah, I really wanted to live stream opening that. I'm like still tempted to almost open it right now, but I feel like I should at least make an announcement or something, you know, like prior to, that way there's at least a couple people that show up for the live stream. So but what are you up to, man? It's Friday night, man. You just chilling? If you're looking at, I know it looks like you play a lot of Halo on PC. I don't know if you're using like El Dorito or something, or Halo Online. consoles, modding and stuff like that. Did you finish your Xbox, the one you're working on with LCD screen and stuff? It's all lies. Bobby's on Instagram and Facebook. Got you. Yeah, I saw that, dude, and like, I'm like, dude, you were always playing Halo Online. Like, how do you do anything else? Because your shit always said, okay, that makes sense then, because it's literally said Halo Online since I added you on here, so that's pretty funny. That makes sense. So, like, nobody can play Halo that much. Like, your computer must hate you for leaving your PC running that long. Tevo's running really well, man. Like, extremely well. Trying to put together, usually when I do reviews, I like to put together a kind of like pro and con list. Since you guys are here. Since you guys are here. Speaking of which, Bobby and Newbie sure love the hell out of you. Yeah, Bobby's my neighbor. I could actually like see him from right here. And Newbie is one of my really good buddies. I met him through YouTube actually. This is actually, well, I'll just show you. You've probably seen his YouTube channel, man. He doesn't really make videos anymore. There he is. We were like neck and neck with subs back in the day, and then he stopped making videos. But oh, okay, you already know. Never mind. I figured you knew, actually. I think we've talked about it before, but yeah, so some of the things I'm gonna work on. Okay, so let's see. Start working on this review here for just a minute at least. Tevo oops, jeez, I can't even type. And I spelled T. Fail. Tevo Tarantula review. So put down some of the pros. First is cost. Around, I have these stupid, there we go, 185 US dollars. Mostly aluminum frame. Relatively simple build for a kit. Oh yeah, you probably, where do you know him from? From like Seven Sins? Because he was pretty big on Seven Sins for a long time. Relatively simple for a kit printer. I had a list of things I liked about this printer, and now I'm only able to think of 3. I guess heated bed. Just the bed in general. The bed is heated. You gotta add community support to pros. That's true. That is a pro. That's actually a really big pro compared to some of the no-name kit printers having all the different upgrades and stuff like that. But it's nice that it has a heated bed along with the, it's like knockoff build tack layer. Prints stick extremely well, which is it's a very nice feature. I guess also the extruder spelled that wrong. Extruder works well, and you have 2 options: Titan versus more traditional style, which is nice, although I didn't have really good luck with the Titan, but it's nice to give you the option of it. I can't be too upset about that. I want to say included filament, but that's like, I don't know if that's a printer pro. It's more just a nice thing that the company does. I mean, I suppose LCD screen, that's more of a standard now with all printers. But I guess we can still do, LCD LCD screen for untethered printing. It's not a bad thing. We'll also put that too, though. Community support. There are a lot of users that are knowledgeable and willing. I spelled that wrong. That's not very knowledgeable. And willing to help along with future upgrade, or along with upgrades on the machine. But just starters, you know, I only print untethered just my personal preference. Yeah, me too. Well, I'm not printing untethered right now, so that's kind of a lie, but no, for any printer that I keep long term or for other than just to review, I don't print with USB. I had a lot of issues with USB actually, where like I don't know if it was my PC or the USB cable or Repetier, but it would disconnect like 4 or 5 hours into the print, and then I would lose my print. I'm sure Repetier has more features now maybe where you can continue on, but before I had lost quite a few prints to like going to sleep and print stopping halfway and then not being able to resume it. So we'll start cons. There could be probably more pros, but cons about this machine. Well, kind of goes for lead screws used for Z-axis, which again, this is becoming more standard, but it's still nice. So cons: only one lead screw used for Z-axis, meaning that the X carriage assembly is, oops, it's pretty offset. Hey, what up, Devin? What's going on, man? Yep, just had experience with my DaVinci running through USB. Once I started sending the files to the card, it was smooth sailing. Yeah, the DaVinci was actually the machine that I had the issues with too. I think that was, I don't even know if I've tried it on most machines except for this one since the DaVinci. I just had so many, like, well, not so many, but 2 or 3 failed prints is enough to say, you know, to hell with that. Why do that? And now I've got the 2 main printers I use, the A988 and the Folgertech. I've got Raspberry Pis, and that's just a dream come true, not even having to, Emily sounds pissed, not having to use the SD card. Well, you get to use an SD card, but again, there's no transferring at all. It's all wireless, which is a huge plus. So only one lead screw used for the Z-axis, meaning the X carriage assembly is pretty damn offset. Even with tweaking the, what are they called? Eccentric nuts? I made a video on them. Eccentric. Tevo, Tarantula. Eccentric, yeah. Tweaking the eccentric nuts. The bed has to be angled. Angled heavily. Doesn't seem to affect print quality much, but in my opinion is a poor design choice. Acrylic bed for the price of this. Let me offer you acrylic bed. Oh, okay. You're saying that the actual, gotcha. Yeah. The actual bed underneath the aluminum plate is acrylic. I mean, it doesn't phase me too much. I haven't had like any negatives really come about that. Even though again, it would be nice if it was an aluminum bed. It's the SN04. I'm Paper City 2 from Twitch. Oh shit. Damn, that was a long time ago, dude. Devin, when I was doing the Twitch stuff and you were hanging out. How have you been, man? Is it a printer, the SN04? What price the SN04 offer? What is the SN04? Are you talking about, is it a sensor? Oh. But the bed's not acrylic, though. Oh, got you, okay. Got you, so you're saying they offer you it as an option when you purchase it, and you can buy an aluminum bed for that price. Okay. Yeah, people complain about a lot of things, man, especially with printers. But again, I could see if the bed was cracking or if there was issues like that. But I think the A-net, oh, the A-net's is aluminum, isn't it? Which is strange for being cheaper. I guess I can include it supposedly as a con, but I haven't been able to do much with the Xbox yet. Ordered an extension PCB for the LCD ribbon cable from Amazon. Only to realize 4 days later that it was, oh shit. I had to reorder directly from Adafruit. That sucks, man. How long was shipping on that from UK? Probably a couple of weeks or something like that. What's up, Bobby? Well, I can add that. I don't know if I'm going to emphasize it, but acrylic used for body of bed carriage. Okay. The things I don't like about it are the eccentric nuts. They're stupid. The eccentric nuts are a bit of a pain. They could and should have made the tolerances and accuracy of the acrylic tight enough to where you didn't have to finagle with eccentric nuts to, it's bugging me, to get your axes to not wobble. So then I got this version of Marlin from this website, and it works. I can control it. It by no means correct because foaming sends one axis up while others stay in place. Well, don't cancel your order for that ramps and Arduino thing, Bobby, because there's still a chance. Like, I feel like your board's fucked up, but we could still look at it. And the reason why they're probably homing in different directions is I'll show you right now on let me open up your firmware actually. How come the link you sent me doesn't work, Bobby? Check your link. Anywhere from 7, Jesus, those take like 30 days. This is a project that was funded and ordered by customers, so trying to get it finished ASAP. Only hold up is that damn PCB. Overall, it's literally the easiest project you can take on. Just a case cut, an LCD, and 3 wires to solder. Yeah, it's not bad at all, but I understand if it's for a customer that you want to get it as soon as possible. 30 days is a long time to wait. How much was the board? And also, is there kind of a universal board for LCD screens to extend them? Because the LCD screen I got from China for my arcade cabinet has a really tiny ribbon cable that I would love to have been able to extend or replace, but I don't know where to go really. Okay, next week. No, I won't, but I can keep the exterior, move it, and everything else. You can, from Repeat Your Host? Bobby, this is what comes up with your link. I don't know what is going on. So let me give you an idea. Yeah, your link's bunk, Bobby. What else? Oh God, I know what else I don't like. The fact that the main board is mounted on the front makes cable management near impossible and is an eyesore. I feel like with the design they were going for a nice clean look, but due to the excess length of the cables, it ends up looking like a spider web That's... Okay, I'll check your Discord one. I'll save it and really quick see if I can open it up and reply to your host. Extract to desktop, new folder. Bobby sucks. Okay. Yeah, my hair does look like shit. I should have put a hat on or something. Okay, so configuration.h. Try changing. For Delta printers, replace the configuration files with the files in the example configuration Delta directory. Did you do that, Bobby? For a Delta printer, replace the configuration files with the files in the example configuration Delta. How come I don't see Bobby's? Oh. Bobby sucks. Okay. Marlin, example configurations, Delta, Anycubic. So copy these, if you did not already, into this repository, replace the files. Did you do that? This is the LCD, ignore the hot glue, it's just to keep the screen in place. I'll be removing it and using E6000. The ribbon from the screen is just too short to have any workroom in the console. That's literally the exact same shit that mine has in my arcade that I just built. And so what I had to do is bend the board up and then use adhesive to stick it on the back of the LCD, which is not ideal. It would have been nice to have it longer, because then I could have actually mounted it maybe up to the ceiling of the arcade, and it would have been more secure. I just didn't really want anything on the back of the LCD screen. Now this PCB and ribbon will allow me to extend it to wherever I need it to go up to 200 millimeters. How come links aren't working, guys? Your link's not working either. It makes me think it's me now. Bobby says, you can plug my advanced Tevo Tarantula users group if you want. What's your group, Panda? Is it like a Facebook group or Google group? You said, wait, Anycubic or Console? Well, I don't know. All I'm saying is that when I went under Arduino and I opened it right here, yours is a Delta printer. Okay. So for Delta printer, replace the configuration files with the files in the example configurations / Delta directory. So again, that's what I did. I went to example configurations. I went to Delta. What did you say? You said or Console. So there's different ones. Well, I would assume I would do Anycubic, because I think Anycubic only has the one Delta printer. So I would try that. Yeah, I would try the Anycubic one and see how that works. Try to copy and paste that. You got a bunk ass PC. No. It's bizarre. Let me see if I just go to Adafruit and type in that product number. 2571. 2571. This guy? Dude, this looks exactly like what I need. Man, for $5, I don't know if it's the exact same. How do you know, or how did you know that this is the exact same width? Because I just assumed that they were made at random, and in my head I haven't used enough LCD boards to know whether there was like a standard ribbon cable size. I kind of just assumed that the company in China, you know, manufactured their own that was specific for that board. What's those LCD 0.5 pitch pins with 50 pins? No shit. I may order one of these then. That makes me feel a lot better, because I was terrified that if I damaged that ribbon cable, my LCD screen would be screwed. But if there's replacement, yeah, it won't let you copy and paste unless you're a moderator. But I'll check on Facebook right now if you want to hang here, and you can tell me which one it is. I'll share it in the video if it's like a legit, you know, group. And drag them where? Bobby, come on, dude. You go to Anycubic, you copy the configuration H and advanced configuration H, and you go back to the main directory, and you paste them. And it replaces them. And then you go into your, oh, well then you can, yeah, go into your Arduino, you know, file, open, then it'll take you, so I'll go desktop. Where's Bobby Sucks at? There you go. And go under Marlin, open the configuration H, which will now be the one that you just copied over. Okay, close down this one. So now if I go over to configuration H, it's set up for a Delta. And now it's asking you whether it's the linear plus or upgraded, and the one I had was the cubic Castle. Holy. Leave commented if you have a poly linear. Okay, so again, Bobby, the way you use this stuff is if there's 2 lines in front of it, that means that the code is commented out. When you delete those 2 lines, that means that you're activating it. Basically, as you can see, the color change. So it says, if you just read it's in English, leave commented if you have the poly or non-linear. So you have the poly version, so you leave that. You don't have a heated bed. Delta height, I feel like that's not right. This is if your motors are going the wrong direction, but that's for all of them. If only a few of yours are going the wrong direction, like 1 or 2, there should be a way to invert baud rate too is 115200, so it's not 250k anymore. If you're using Windows, you probably need, it says you set it to 250k, so you can try it at 1152 and see if that works. But yeah, there should be a section down here that will allow you to invert the motors one at a time. You shouldn't have to do them all. You alright, Mama? I haven't had to tweak those settings in a long time though, so I don't know exactly where they are. And this is a modified version of Marlin Delta settings. I'm not seeing it right now. Be sure to break out the calipers and measure the length from the middle of one pin to the next one and count how many. Likely that's what you need though. Okay, yeah, I will. It looks right. I mean, obviously you can't really tell by the eye how much is there, how many are there, but it looks right, just eyeballing it. But I'll have to grab it from my car. I actually brought it up to my parents' house the other day, and my dad was playing Asteroids and my mom was playing Pac-Man, so that was pretty cool. Okay, let me hop on Facebook real quick here and see if I can find your group. That way I can copy a link to it. Nope, that's not right. Manage groups. Groups discover. Okay. Maybe if we do, is it Tevo Tarantula or is Tevo Printers? You can scroll down. You can scroll down and just open Marlin 2. It'll open a new window. Scroll down and just open Marlin 2. It'll open a new window. You know, a lot faster and probably less confusing. Oh, I've always done it that way. Oh, there you go. That's what you're talking about, Bobby. So if you don't want to do file open configuration H, you can literally just double click the Marlin. Dude, you learn something new every day. With all my printers, I've never done it that way. I've always gone file open configuration H. That's funny. Yeah, that's probably what I'll start telling people to do then. That's simpler, like less steps. Tevo Tornado, Tevo Tarantula. Which group is it, or what do I need to search to find you? You said up here, what'd you say? Plug Advanced Tevo Tarantula. Is that what it's called? Advanced. Why are you not typing? Advanced. Is this it? Gonna head out. Just wanted to jump in and say hey. All right, Match Up. Thanks for stopping by, and good luck with the rest of your project. And the ribbon cable comes in. I might be streaming tomorrow. I don't really know. I really want to open this 3D printer and get it set up. It just depends on how my back's feeling and stuff tomorrow. But I'll probably wait till I'm at least on live stream before I open it, even if I don't announce it. Just so that way, if people want to hop in, they can. You know what? I'm probably gonna create a an event tonight for that once I get off here. But anyways, man, have a good night. And if I see you tomorrow, right on. If not, then have a great weekend. And sure, I'll see you the next little bit here. Advanced Tevo Tarantula user group that are already comfortable with their printers. No clicking extruder questions here. Okay, I'm gonna plug this one, but I'm also gonna plug in another one that I saw, just so that way community support. Okay, so we'll do advanced, jeez, I can't type, advanced teasers, and just general Tevo group. I saw another one too for, oh my god, why? Yeah, so I'll put the regular Tevo Tarantula one. Damn, it is a pretty big community of people. Okay, so that way I've got both of those. Cool, yeah, I'll plug it in the review then, just as a pro, because I've plugged Google or Facebook groups in the past as a pro. I did it for the ANET 8 because there's such a huge community on there. And then I'll place a link in the description, so maybe we can get some people over to your group. So this print's coming out. It's looking pretty good so far. What upgrades have you done to your Tevo? I was not so sure on the advanced name at first, but it's stuck since day one. Don't worry about the questions. I'll let you in right away. Oh yeah, I'll add. Hold on, Tevo advanced. Well, actually, I think it popped up under just Tevo Tarantula. Join. Request sent. Please answer these questions. How long have you owned your Tevo Tarantula? I'll answer it, but not long. But I am very familiar and experienced with Prusa style and most Cartesian, I think I might have spelled that wrong, style 3D printers. What modifications have you done? Fan upgrade to extruder for active PLA cooling, LEDs, drag chain, LCD mounts, and bed leveling knobs. Nothing too crazy. Remember, send admins. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I don't even have you guys. You guys can't even see the print right now. Sorry about that. Left screen. There we are. Yeah, no worries, dude. Thanks for stopping into the stream. I'm gonna be doing these. I did one last week, just a quick little hour stream, and I'm gonna be doing these more often. But I'm not gonna do too many big announcements on them. I'm just kind of gonna hop on, and even if there's just 4 or 5 people on, it's cool. Just because different people have different schedules, and I just don't want to make big announcements about it until I'm consistently popping on here and there. Because I've said a lot of times, yeah, I'm gonna start streaming, once, twice a week, and then I stick with it for like 2 weeks, and then I fall off. So figured this was just a cool way to show little projects I'm working on, because I have lots of, like an hour of downtime here or there. And since I'm working on the review anyway on the Tevo, and I just uploaded a video on the mods, I was like, yeah, I might as well show off the mods, because it made a pretty damn big difference, man. At least the only real mod that affected print quality was the cooling fan. But I printed a lot of benchies actually when I was testing I was calibrating the stepper motor for the extruder, because it felt like it was under extruding, and then it felt like it was over extruding. But the biggest thing that made the difference in my print quality was adding that cooling layer fan. I don't know how well, probably won't be able to see. I made a video on it, so you guys can check it out there. But maybe the one on, so this one is the one from before, which has got, you can't really see it that well, but I made a video on it with the DSLR so you can tell more. And that's the aftermath, which is much cleaner looking. Yeah, this Mario print's gonna take a long time. Still got 2 hours and 44 minutes left. Oh, face. What filament brand do you use for PLA? I don't actually use a specific brand anymore. I honestly just go with the cheapest. I buy all of my filament currently off of Amazon, so like, I'll just show you if I search, like, the brands change every time. Out of all of the filament I've ever ordered, I've had, that's not my orders. I've only had like one bad spool of PLA. PLA seems to be made really well for the most part nowadays, so I really just go usually with the cheapest. So like right here, I went with Repco, which is what I'm printing with now. 3D Mars I've gone with because that's a really good deal. It's like, so $20 and you get 1.2 kilograms. I think I've even gotten it for cheaper. Inland, which is also a really cheap one. Amazon 3D is the company on that one. 3D Mars, I've been getting 3D Mars for my white PLA lately, but I did Hatchbox for a really long time. But if you look, I mean, it's kind of all over the place. Sane Smart, Supply 3D, 3D Solutions. It just depends on what's available, and the price, yeah. Because around Christmas time, they sold out of a lot of their plastics. I think it was white, maybe? I was trying to find white PLA, and it was either on back order or the only ones that they had were really expensive, so I had to go elsewhere. I've also ordered off Monoprice before. It's more convenient for me probably than for most people because their facility is literally 20 minutes away from me. But they have a lot of really good sales, so like $5 off of $25 or more, so you can use that for PLA, or 20% off of $150 or more, and they literally have sales every week. But if you go to like their PLA, I'm not sure what the regular price is. So yeah, there's this like pretty standard, the $20 for a kilogram, depending on what you get. I guess some are a little bit more expensive, but yeah, when they have a really good coupon, I'll do Monoprice as well. But then again, I don't have to pay for shipping or wait. I just go pick it up next day, which is really nice. Are you on Jim Brown firmware stock? I believe I'm on Jim Brown. The only reason why was because when I initially got the printer, it was extruding the wrong direction with the Titan extruder, so I couldn't find the stock firmware. So I typed in, I can tell you, Tevo Tarantula, I think that's what I typed in. And then I went with, yeah, so this is the last one I clicked. So Jim Brown is the one that I went with. Guys, is the Flashforge Finder any better than the Creality CR10? I like the casing around the Flashforge. I haven't seen. Let me see the Flash Forge Finder. Hold on. Flash Forge Finder. Oh, I have not heard phenomenal things about this printer. Like I guess I haven't heard bad things about it either, but I mean, what's the reviews like on this? Why is there none? Indeed, there's another seller. Oh, there is reviews. Oh wow, it has really good feedback. Okay, so maybe I'm talking out of my ass. I just know that on eBay I saw quite a few defective ones. The printing area, I mean, that's the biggest downfall, because the freaking CR10 is huge. I don't know off the top of my head, but isn't it like 300 by 300 by 400 or something like that? Oh, damn, I nailed it. So 300 by 300 by 400, which is insane. Like, that's a big-ass printer compared to... where... 16 by 16 by... Oh, wait, no. That's product dimensions. What does it say? You think that'd be like... I feel like that'd be the primary Flash Forge Finder print volume. Build volume 140 by 140 by 140. So you are getting half by less than half. So if it were me, Creality wins 110%. Let's see, price difference. Okay, so 375 versus 400, so it's cheaper, it's bigger, and we know based off of the feedback that this thing's gotten is that it prints with the best of them. So I mean, if it were me, it wouldn't be a question. I'd go with the Creality any day of the week. However, the only thing is I don't really print big a lot, but I would like to have the option to print big if that's something I wanted to do. So it kind of depends on you too. Like, but to me, I would say you're foolish to go with the Flash Forge, which I think is quite a lot older of a printer as well than the CR10. I just don't, just because it comes in a pretty box. I mean, you could build, if you wanted to, you can build some kind of an enclosure for the CR10 if you don't want it to be open like that. But yeah, I would say hands down the Creality wins if you're trying to get bang for your buck, especially. Is the Anycubic Mega competitive or good compared to the CR10? I tried getting the Anycubic i3 Mega in, and I actually just got the JG Aurora in, which is, I don't know if they sell it on here. I think the JG Aurora is supposed to be kind of similar. JG Aurora A5. So this is the one I just got in. It's literally right here. Oh, they do sell it on GearBest. Yeah, I cannot wait to assemble this thing. It's like 8 screws. In the build volume, it's smaller, but it's still, so it's 300 by 300 by 320, which is still a pretty damn big build volume. That's bigger than what I've got going on right now. So I think the Anycubic Mega is around the same. Mega build. Because the Mega has some pretty sweet stuff too. I think I saw that the bed on it is a pretty... Okay, so price is pretty much the same. Oh wow, it's much smaller. I thought it was bigger than that. So again, it kind of comes down to how important is size for your, like, what are you planning on printing? Are you going to print mostly small little things, or 200 by 200 by 205 is not small, but I'm saying, are you going to be printing large scale or tiny, smaller, mid-sized things? That's something important, because that's pretty much your standard, like 200 by 200 by 200. That range is pretty standard for what I call your average desktop 3D printer, although things are getting a lot larger. But again, if you look at, I think I went away from it now. The, what's it called? CR10. Brain farted. What? Okay. reality. What is going on here? There we go. Okay. So again, you're talking about 300 by 300 by 400 versus 210 by 210 by 205. So 50% larger, 50% larger, double in height. So that's a huge thing right there. Yeah, it's got that ultra base, which is tight. I've heard that thing is really, really nice for things sticking incredibly well. I think it's the one that has like the diamond like white pattern thing. Is there any close up? Let me see if I can find a shot of it, because I watched a couple videos on it. Any cubic console, mega bed. Oh wait, not console. Any cubic. It's what is it called? I3. Maybe just call it the Anycubic Mega. See what comes up. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Those little like diamondy things. I heard whatever it is, it's phenomenal. Things stick really well. And it's incredibly nice. Well, I guess the CR10, again, I don't think it has anything. It's like aluminum with, it looks like painter's tape, which will only last you a little bit. But my thing is, I use hairspray for bed adhesion and it works extremely well. It works extremely well for me. Does the CR10 have a heated bed or no? I don't even remember. I think it does, right? So I can get a view of the back angle. Main features, nozzle temperature. It is an unassembled, do-it-yourself. Assembly is simple. Yeah. Supports multiple ABS, PLA, TPU, LCD screen. Maybe it doesn't have a heated bed? I swore it did. I can't tell if it's a plug back there or not. Can anyone confirm? Oh, it does. Okay. So it does have a heated bed, meaning you'll be able to print a lot of different filaments. And it's a Bowden style setup, but not a very long Bowden. It's a pretty short Bowden. Is the Anycubic Mega Bowden as well? It looks like it is. It actually looks like it's a little bit longer. It also depends too, you know, like on whether you plan on printing, if you plan on printing with, what's the word? Flexible filament. I don't know why I'm brain farting here, but if you want to print with flexible filament, then you might want to see a rundown of which one does it better. I know that typically it's harder to do with Bowden style setups, even though Bowden seems really popular. I know some machines are capable of doing it, and there's also flexible filament that works better than others for Bowden setups, because I use SaneSmart's flexible filament. Let me see if I can find it on Amazon. SaneSmart TPU, I think is what I use. Yeah, this is exactly what I use. So this is the one I bought, right? Yeah, back in 2016. I still have the roll because I only use it for a couple orders I get here and there, and then for random little projects. But this guy works really well. It prints nearly just like PLA, but I don't think I'd be able to print it with a Bowden setup. I've had some issues even with direct drive extruders, so I feel like you might not be able to do that with a Bowden setup. Let's see, Bobby said, how's it? I'm not gonna lie, the Creality looks awesome. Creality is awesome. Yeah, whenever I try to put the example files into the configuration page, it just errors out like it was before. Yeah, I think it's screwed up, Bobby. It shouldn't be wigging like that. Like, you should be able to flash any type of Marlin to it and not have your board render useless and repeat your host. So something's definitely not right. Are you planning on using Simplify 3D? Potentially. My biggest gripe is that I started off and primarily review budget 3D printers, so ones that are, again, like entry level or affordable, like for people that want to get one but don't want to spend an arm and a leg. I don't really target my videos towards industry professionals or anything like that. You know, it's more for makers, hobbyists, just people that like tech, but not necessarily want to spend $1,000 on something top of the line. Not that I wouldn't be willing to expand to that, but um, I've always used free slicer softwares like primarily Repetier, and dabbled with Cura and like Pronterface or Pronterface. But I've had quite a lot of people asking me about Simplify 3D lately, and so I don't know. Maybe I'll reach out to them and see if they're willing to do some kind of a sponsor license or something like that. Because there are some really cool features. My back. There are some really cool features that I've seen through like Maker's Muse, and who else? Is it Joel? Maybe Joel. I've seen it. I know for sure Angus, and there's some really cool stuff for like doing multicolors and custom support options that I don't get with Repetier, which would be really nice. So if they're willing to work something out, then maybe I'll give it a go. But it's not been top of my list, just for that reason that it is kind of pricey. I think I checked the other day and it's like $150, which I was saying, that's about the cost of what a lot of people that I know are spending on their printers. So do they really want to spend that, on the software? But the answer to that is maybe. I really don't know. I don't know until I actually test it for myself and see, because I know what Repetier host has to offer. I've used it exclusively nearly for 2 or 3 years now. So I feel like now I'd be able to really see what something like Simplify 3D would be able to offer in comparison to something free like Repetier host. So I think it's a lifetime license. My first 3D print will be a mini ITX PC case. That's if a $400 to $500 printer can do that. All the parts look pretty small to mid-size. You can definitely do that. It's funny that you're doing that, because that's actually something that at one point I wanted to do. I don't think I have. No, I threw it out. I threw out my mini ITX. I had a motherboard I got from a buddy. That was a mini ITX, and I wanted to do the same. Well, it depends on what printer you get, but if you said $400 to $500 your budget, then there's plenty of printers within that size that are able to print large. That thing's badass looking. Yeah, 3D printed computer cases are sick, dude. Are you gonna model your own, or are you just gonna find one off of here? Yeah, these are wicked cool. I almost want to get a mini ITX, but I don't know what I would use it for. Like, I only want to get it just for the sake of making a case for it. I don't know that I'd actually have use for a tiny PC. We can check on the licensing to see if it's lifetime, but I checked last week very briefly. Let me see. Why am I brain farting again? What is it called? Simplify that. There we go. Prices by now. Purchase. How do I download? How do I obtain? How do I purchase? How do I purchase multiple? How do I add? Supply for 3, offer education, discount, does it? Oh. We do have education programs. Do you offer education discount for students? Yes, 10%. Oh, that's cool. Well, it doesn't say, so, I mean, I would assume that it's lifetime. It doesn't say, like, I would think they'd have to say, when's your license, or something like that. There's a 2-week trial, which you can do as well if you wanted to. So, yeah, maybe I'll contact them. Some of it is only good for supports. Cura is so good, or other free slicers, Idea Maker, etc. My old computer has an ITX. An ITX is kind of big though, isn't it, Bobby? Mini ITX is the ones that are really, really small. Slicer Prusa Edition, so many free ones that are just as good and updated more. Gotcha. I haven't, literally the slicer I use is Cura Engine in Repetier host. It's done pretty much everything I wanted. I did see though the Prusa one. I remember he made an announcement video, or somebody made an announcement, maybe it was Joel again. But this is primarily what I use for my slicer, just this guy right here. And it's been pretty fine. I was trying to learn how to make custom supports in like Mesh Mixer, but I never really got too involved with that. Because that's kind of the biggest thing for me, is the ability to do custom supports. Like sometimes with my arcade, I wanted to have supports in certain areas but not in others, but my only options were either touching bed or everywhere, and so I had to do everywhere, which was kind of annoying. So because I built it in a Bitfinex Prodigy. What's that? What do you think about the M3D printer? M3D printer, have I seen that one? 3D printer. Is it the micro? Oh. I don't think I know anything about it, but I think I've seen it around a lot. Is it? Yeah, I've seen it around a lot actually, because I remember seeing it. I thought I saw it really cheap at one point, like on where was I looking? Was it? Yeah. I swear I saw it. Maybe it was Black Friday when it was really cheap. Or maybe I'm thinking about a different one. Because there was one called like the Cube, I thought. No, what the heck is that? Let me see if I can find the tiny little one I was... Because I swore the one I saw looked just like that, but it was dirt... Oh, no, that's not it. It was dirt cheap, and it was really skeptical. Well, I don't know, I'm not seeing it, but based off the Amazon reviews, I mean, what did it have? Like 3 stars. Oh shit! I had my I hit record on my delete single. I recorded a 20-minute video on accident. It was only supposed to be a couple minutes. Gonna use the model I would link, but I can't post links. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I don't know much about the M3D, man. Based off the price, that's not cheap. $315 is very expensive for what looks like a toy and looks very small. Yeah, there's no way I would spend $315 on this thing. Not when there's so many other great options available. I mean, yeah, there's no way. Are you trying to get a pre-built machine? Is that kind of why you're considering it? Because you can get, I mean, like even the one I just got in, the GG Aurora, along with the Monoprice Select V2, along with the CR10, along with the NA Cubic Mega, they aren't pre-assembled, but they're nearly pre-assembled. So from what I saw, it's like 8 or 9 screws and leveling the bed, and you're ready to print. So I would definitely go with that over this for sure. Especially because 167 customer reviews is not like, I mean, it's a decent amount, and for half of, 34% to give it a 1 star, I just don't see it being. It just looks cheap. It looks really cheap to me for that price. Let me see if I can find that model. He said Pawn Boy. It's a mini ATX case. No, that's the company. You said it's on Instructables. I probably won't be able to find it. It's kind of annoying that you, well, I guess it's not annoying that you guys can't post links because you can get viruses from links, but there we go, that's probably it. Let's say Pawn Boy, I don't see the guy's name. Oh, yeah. So he has the STL, the frame, all the different parts. Does he have an actual picture of it? I really want to see the end result instead of just the computer generated photos. Is there a finished picture of it? I would just be concerned if nobody else has made it. Sometimes I've had issues with like somebody will upload something to Thingiverse and it'll look great, but nobody's made it, and I'll print it and it won't actually work. Like it's not to scale or something like that. Hey, what's up, JD? My bad, dude. I kind of fell behind on chat. I just got carried away here. You still have your old PC, Bobby? Oh, yeah, I think you do. You said didn't you give it to your parents for the shop? For the trial, you pay 150 and you have 2 weeks to get it. Oh, that's so lame. I thought they'd at least let you take it for like a test drive or something like that. My only option to print your arcade cabinet in this printer is to print it upright, basically enclosing it in a rectangle of support material, and it would have to take like 22 hours. That sounds terrible. No, got it back. Oh. Well, you should print a case for it. Ah, my back. My poor back. Oh. It'd be pretty cool to print a case for it. I don't know if the Anycubic has a big enough build volume area for it. And that's just the back panel. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks is that when I designed the arcade, I did it for like standard printers, which is 200 by 200 by 200, and yeah, the Anycubic I think is like what we said, like 180 or something like that. Shit's a tiny circle. It's tall though. It's taller than most of my printers. Gosh, I really want to unbox this printer, guys. Should we unbox this printer? The GG Aurora? I'm kind of tempted to. There's what do you guys think? Should we do it? If we get like, I don't know, if we can get 15 people in this live stream, then I will unbox it. Hey JD, I was just I'm working on a review on this Tevo Tarantula that I finished building and upgrading, so I figured I would live stream a print, and I'm doing more live streams, so just anyone can come by, hang out, either shoot the shit or ask questions. But I've got 2 printers in the mail today. One of them is like pretty much ready to rock and roll, yeah, I'm like tempted to unbox it right now on stream. I feel like we got to get some more people in here. Don't want you hurting your back or anything. Yeah, I'll have to like unbox it piece by piece. Oh shit, so you've probably been a sub from before the 3D printing stuff then, right? Because I've been doing the 3D print. Oh, it's been a while. I've been doing the 3D printing stuff for about 3 years. Sorry, I meant the. Oh, mode. I went on a rant about the printer you posted, and it's not even the right printer. Mota 3D printer. Okay, now this looks like a quality printer, and still don't know. This looks a lot nicer. Shop. How much does it cost? Drones, toys. Do they even sell it? Mota 3D printer. Mota 3D printer. Let's see if anyone's selling it. Oh shit, $99? Oh, canceled. Is it canceled? It looks like it was canceled. If this is the same machine, it kind of looks like the same unit. Bobby, go over to Reddit, over to the 3D printing Reddit, and post a link saying that we will unbox the JG Aurora if we get 15 viewers. Unbox it, puss. Thanks for the donation, Bobby. But we still gotta get some more viewers in here, man, if we're gonna unbox it. Otherwise, I gotta make a, otherwise, oh, that was loud. Otherwise, I gotta make a event out of it. Thank you, though, Bobby, for the donation. But let's see if we can get some people here. Let me see if there's a link I can post. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can get 15 viewers in here. If we can get 15 viewers, I will unbox the JG Aurora 3D printer on stream. Alright, we're gonna tweet this out. It would be mad fun. I really just want, like, I don't even care if I print with it tonight. I just want to, like, see it in its glory. Hey, what's up, Nate? Or Nate? Dan, I will throw a rock through your window and hope it hits you in the head so I can go steal it and leave you with this podcast any cubic. Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. Anycubic is not a bad printer at all. Can we get 15 people? That's my target. 15 people, and I feel like at that point it is worth doing it. If anybody wants to share the stream or the link with anybody, if we get 15, I'll do it. I never said it was, I said with this podcast. If you go over to like the 3D printing Reddit and post the link saying that we're gonna unbox a printer at 15 viewers, see if we can get some traffic over here. Yeah, it'd be the 3D printing news Reddit. Hey, what's up, Bap? We're trying to get 15 people in here so we can unbox this Anycubic printer I've got right here. Hold on. Did I say Anycubic? No, JG Aurora. I just got it in. Let me let me turn the light on. Oh, we're back. Let me turn this. How about 11 views? It's gotta be 15. I'm fairly convinced we can do it, but it's right. Oops, let me see if I can even. Let me get this. Give me a sec, guys. Got a lot going on right here. So, oh shit. Come on. Okay, so we got my dog on the ground, but we got the JG Aurora right here. And then we've got, I can't even turn this anymore. We're gonna go this way. And we've got this is the Trunksy X5, but this is the one we're gonna open, this big printer right here. But we just gotta get 15 people in. If not, then I'll have to do like a announcement of it and then set it up for tomorrow. That way people have a heads up. But I think we can do it. I'm watching this while my Tarantula is printing. I'll only do it if you watch. You can watch through my printer, Bobby. I mean through my window. I don't care. What are you printing on your Tarantula? I believe that we can get 15 viewers, like, no doubt. We're at 9. We're getting super close. Six more viewers. 3D printers and damn expensive. They've come down a lot in price though since the start of 3D printers. Are the dogs out? Bobby, just watch it on stream. It's called the JG Aurora. Watch. Because the first printer I got was the the JG Aurora was the XYZ Da Vinci, and that was almost 4 years ago now, and I think I paid $450 for it, and that was dirt cheap for a 3D printer back then. Here is products. So it's the A5, JG Aurora 3D printer A5. It's large, it's in charge, and it should be super easy to set up, I'm hoping. I'm trying a brake rotor experiment. It's gonna be a disaster. Is it what is it for? Like for like you're actually gonna try to put it on a car? Or no, it's for like a model type thing. The camera is not poo-poo, Bobby. Okay. Just a webcam. Ah, okay, for a mountain bike. I was gonna say, if you're trying to put it on a car, then you must be suicidal. Mountain bike also could be, though. Although I don't really know what exactly they're normally made out of. We got 9 viewers. We can do this. We can do this. I believe. I believe. Bobby. Thank you, Bobby, for the $2 donation. Thank you very much. Did you post it, Bobby, or no? I feel like you didn't. Do you like the 3D printing nerd? Yeah, I do like the 3D printing nerd. I've watched Joel Telling's videos for quite a long time. When he was a lot smaller, like more towards my channel size. But yeah, I'd say my favorite thing about, well, he's quirky, I guess that's a good word, but like his personality type is pretty funny, and he's passionate about what he does, and he's consistent. And I also like that he does things extreme, because I do a lot of weird projects that aren't always necessarily practical or useful, but I do them because they're fun and they're loud, or they're, you know, just for me. And he does things like that. Like he'll print something and make it stupid big just because, you know. And I like that. I enjoy watching sometimes just certain things that are done for the sake of it. It doesn't necessarily have to have like a really good reason, but he just does it because he loves his 3D printer. He's got badass huge machines, and he can make something that is insanely big. So it's always fun to see what he comes up with. It's pretty cool that he's going full time too. I just saw that today, that he's leaving Adobe and he's actually going to be doing content creation full time, which is a huge jump. So that's kick ass, and I'm sure that means, you know, more content, better quality content. He'll have more time for editing, and you know, he'll feel better because quality of life is going to be better, not having to juggle raising kids, you know, marriage, work, and dealing with, you know, content creation. So JJ looks kind of like the Anycubic i3. It looks a lot like the Anycubic i3. Yeah, I just if I pull it up, Anycubic i3. Where did they sell it? Yeah, so there's that, and there's that. They look really similar. Super similar, actually. But I think that the i3 is a lot smaller. Yeah, it is. See, I thought that they had the same build volume. I thought they were both like 210 by 2, or 300 by 300 by 300, but this one is 210 by 210 by 205. While the JG Aurora is 305 by 305 by 320, and I mean, I'm sure the Anycubic kicks ass, and the Anycubic I saw had like auto bed leveling, and I know that it has a really awesome build platform, which is sick. Oh shoot, I did say I was gonna wear the shirt that you got me. Hold on, guys, I gotta change my shirt because Bobby got me this shirt from Amazon today, and I said if I streamed I'd wear it. So give me 1 second. Hold on. All right. So hopefully you guys can see it, but it's from PUBG. That's a straight out of Pochinki, which if you don't know what PUBG is, it's a battle royale survival game that me and Bobby have played a ton of, and we always land in Pochinki and usually get wrecked, but I always say like Pochinki is my city, so I got me the shirt that says straight out of Pochinki, which is pretty awesome. Pretty hyped on this shirt, so thank you, Bobby. And it does fit nicely, so it's a wicked cool shirt. Do you have a specific 3D printer in mind that you would suggest us when you do 3D printers? If it depends on, I do, but it's a very tough question because the questions I ask are, why are you getting into 3D printing? What do you plan on printing? How big of items do you plan on printing? What material do you plan on printing with? So those questions, and what's your budget? Those questions all, are things to consider when I make a suggestion like that. But if you don't want a kit printer, you want something pre-built, size doesn't matter. You're only going to be printing relatively mid to smaller stuff, and you don't necessarily need to print like flexible filaments and things like that. Then I still stand by my video that I made on the monoprice maker select. If you go to Revi, you can probably find my video on it. Maker select or monoprice mini. Is it mini or no? Maker mini. Why can't I think of what it's called anymore? I mean, it's the monoprice mini. It's right there. It is a select, so I'm not sure why. What did I name my video? It's me or PUBG. You can catch me in Pochinki. Monoprice. Maybe if I just search my videos. Monoprice. Yeah, so best beginner 3D printer 2017. I made this a year ago, and I still stand by it as being a phenomenal starter 3D printer for someone that just wants to take it out of the box and print. So I'll post this in the chat, so you can take a look at it if you want. But again, it depends on. Have you seen the? It depends on all those other questions I asked too. How large do you want to print? What materials do you want to print? If none of that stuff really matters, and you haven't thought that far, and you're just like, I don't want to spend a lot of money. I want something easy to use for the most part, and I just want it to print and work. Then that's probably your easiest. I still think your easiest option, and it doesn't take up a lot of desk space, which is really nice. I haven't seen the Chinese knockoffs on. You said AliExpress. AliExpress. Why did that come up? AliExpress. You said it's Ultimaker? Yeah. Ultimate. Oh my god. I wonder if they're any good. Is this? Oh, that is totally it. How much does a regular Ultimaker 2 go for? I don't even know. I know they're expensive, but Ultimaker 2. Oh shit. So a lot more. Damn. Well, let's unbox this damn printer, guys. Give me a minute here to figure out like camera angles and shit, so that way we can at least see it for the most part. But let's turn that off. All right. Taking my headphones off. I don't know why I even have headphones on. There's no audio playing through my. I'm just so used to having headphones on. Give me a sec. I don't even know if it'll fit on my desk, to be honest. got 50 wings coming in? That sounds amazing. Okay, so I'm trying to think. How do I want to do this? So let's put this one down so you guys can see kind of what's going on the desk, since that's where I'm probably going to place it. Although it's probably going to be too close to the camera anyway. Then let's do... What is it? That's not. Hold on, let me plug in another light, because if there's no light, the webcams look like shit. They look terrible, so... Give me a minute to do this. Gotta unplug that. So I can okay, we got some more light. I'll be back in 25. Oh no! Okay, and then let's go ahead and let's move my chair. I need a lab, guys. When I get my own spot, that's the first thing I'm doing is, if me and my girlfriend, we get our own spot, I'm gonna get a 2-bedroom house, or 2-bedroom apartment, and one of the rooms is gonna be just a YouTube / 3D printer lab. Alright, let's see. Okay, that's got to get out of the way. Try to get this thing as far back as possible, that way we can actually see it. It's probably going to be about the height that we need. Alright. I'll know in a minute here once we actually get started whether it's got enough space. Hey, what's going on? I don't know how to say your name. What's going on, man? Okay, so I gotta be careful with my back, so I'm gonna probably, let's see, I'll move this printer. This one I can actually lift. I'll move this guy over here. Okay, and then this box is just so damn big. We're gonna actually, okay, I got a better idea. You only need 5 more until unboxing. 4 more it looks like now. Maybe they'll show. Let's, I'm literally gonna have to unbox it on the ground. You guys are gonna see my feet probably, and I'm really sorry about that. If we got any people that are weird about feet, I just don't have space to open this on my desk. Cool, alright. So let's go ahead. Go to your computer. What? Oh, okay. Bobby's outside my window. Scared me a little bit. Not used to having someone banging on my window. I gotta be careful with the bag. This thing is taped incredibly well. Jeez. So far we've got home. A moment where you remember you had homework. Oh no. Alright, Slice. Good luck with your homework, man. Well, so 4 power round, please refer to the instructions on the USB stick. So we will do that. So far, it's definitely packaged nicely. It's completely surrounded by 1-inch foam. man, that's a big bed. Holy shit. Dude. Wow. This is a big printer, guys. This is a really big printer. Got some Chinese instructions. Also in English. Take out the machine parts in the package. Printer base, frame, filament holder, toolbox. Let printer base pass through frame. Be aware the screen should be the same direction as frame as shown in picture. Fixed between the slots, yada yada, on the other side of frame. You should install a filament holder. So screws go on the bottom. Okay, let's see if I can even lift this thing out without just destroying my back. Okay. Okay, this isn't that heavy. This printer is a monster. Holy shit. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. Jesus. Okay. We got some white PLA, it looks like. I'll put that off to the side. We've got a loose screw, which I remember Maker's Muse saying he had that too on his, so I'll have to figure out where that goes. Dude, this printer is insanely big. There's no way it's gonna fit on my desk, guys. I don't know where I'm gonna put this damn thing. The only place I could think that it would fit is maybe where the Tevo Tarantula is right now. Okay, I'm gonna have to... Okay, I'm gonna pause the Tevo Tarantula, and I'm gonna try to move it to the ground, so that way I can put this where the Tevo Tarantula currently is. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so sorry if my butt's in the camera. It might be. Way to go, repeat your host. Pause. Okay. This is insane. This printer is way larger than I anticipated. Like, this is... Okay, so... You go here. Okay, so I'm sorry, Tevo Tarantula, but you are going on the ground. This is insane. Okay, we'll have you guys come in at this angle. Oh gosh, damn, it's all dirty. I don't even know if I'll fit on this. Okay. So we'll continue printing on the ground. Oh my goodness. Let's see, maybe I can put this like... This is such a bad idea. Okay, well, let's put this freaking bed. This printer is so big. Does it even have room to go back? Okay, that's as far back as it goes. I don't know where I'm gonna put this thing, guys. Okay, so we got that. I mean, look at this frame. Are you kidding me? Let me just show you guys. Hold on. Like, I'm not a little guy. I'm nearly 6 foot, right? Okay. Look at this thing compared to my body, dude. Like, it's huge. This thing is massive. I don't even know how I'm gonna be able to get this shot for you guys. I don't know if I even can. I'll have to move the Tevo again. Man, this prayer is so damn big. Okay. Let's get all this stuff out. Pause the Tevo again. I feel like my Tevo's like, what the hell's going on, man? Alright, so let's move this way. Sorry if you guys are getting motion sickness on me. I didn't know how big this damn prayer was. Dog's staring at me like, what the hell is going on, man? Okay. Okay, we'll continue the print. Yeah, I can seriously, it's like I could hula hoop around the thing. Trying to get up further back with this. Okay, that's probably like as good as it's gonna get. Okay. Assembly. So assuming there should be March screws. To come over there and play cat-hunting for you. Alright. Okay, I found some screws. Delilah, go lay down, mama. Warranty. USB. Leveling card. Okay. I just want to make sure I have it the right way. I think it goes this way. Okay, take out the machine parts. We did that. Sorry, I won't be able to see chat for a minute, guys. I gotta figure out what I'm doing here. Take the machine parts, printer base, frame guide. Yeah, let printer base through frame. Beware the screen should be the same direction as frame. Okay. Fix between the slot and use large screw with shim to install it. On the other side of frame, should install the filament holder using small screw. I need scissors. I'm scared it's gonna fall. Scissors. But where in the hell does the large screw go? Okay. It's definitely not in. Okay, well, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 screw holes, so we'll just assume that's it. What's chat saying? The printer is designed just like Manicubic, just bigger. Yeah, you must have the Anycubic Mega, right? He needs a bigger room. I know, I do. I do need a bigger room. It's almost too big, this printer. Alright, so I'm assuming all these screws look hopefully once I get this set up, guys, we'll be able to get like a better angle and actually turn it on. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Jeez, there's a lot of different sizes. Okay, well that did work. I don't know. Alright, one more screw. Although it looks like there's two more. I don't see where the other one would go. Okay, before I flip this thing, I want to make sure that I don't have to do anything else on the bottom. Larger screws and shims. Okay, that looks fine. But there's that. I found this, which is weird. Oh, this is for the bed. Cool. Okay, I found where that's missing, so we know where the missing part's from. Let's plug in all the cables. I cannot see. Oh no. Looks like OBS crashed for a second. It should be back. Alright, let me see. Alright, I got the loose piece on. What a crazy looking machine. Okay. Let's put the filament holder on as well. Where does the filament holder go? On the side? Oh, it goes on the back side. Maybe? Yeah, it goes on the back side. Whew. Hold on. I gotta show gotta show Megan this printer. One sec. just want to power this thing on. But that means I'm going to have to unplug a light. So I don't have enough outlets here. Alright, let's go ahead and... Oof. Alright. So if I go ahead and unplug one of the lights, I should be able to... Well, setup on this thing was really easy. Although I still have to level the bed. Still got Mario 3D printing below me. This is crazy. Oh shit. I don't even know if this cable's long enough to fit. That sounds interesting. Wait, did this camera just die? Oh, there we go. Dude, what a tight ass. Thanks, man. Alright. Yeah, let's see if I can get, how do you like your Anycubic 3D experience? Let's see. Did I cut anything or just hit home? That was my bad. Okay. Huh? The Z-axis I'm a little concerned about. Well, this might be the coolest 3D printer I've owned. I don't even know where to put this damn cable. Well, alright, let's see if we can get the bed leveled. It's great and easy to maintain. Nice. I was trying to get one in. So far I haven't had luck getting a sponsor on it, but... What, Bobby? Sick titties. Okay, so let's see if I can level it. I'll use their little level thing that they gave me. If I can find it. Little leveling card. So I think it has like the touchscreen works really well, which is nice. I'm usually not a big fan of touchscreen, but let's see. Okay, so level. Okay. Okay. This bed is huge. It's kind of cool how it goes to the spots for you. I mean, although it doesn't really make it that much easier. Alright. Okay, let me put the let me put the filament holder on, and then we'll try to print something smaller. Oh man, I think I'm supposed to use the washers for this. That's alright. Sorry, my butt's in camera. Alright. That looks good. Oops, sorry. I've got a glass base. I don't know what the base is. It's like a it's got like a, oh, okay, it seems like it's glass, yeah, but it's got like a rough texture to it. I actually haven't seen anything quite like this. Almost like little little diamond pattern, which I think it's like a, yeah, like a little diamond pattern. I don't know exactly what it is. Let's see if we can, the filament. Let's see. Heat. Heat it up to like 200, I suppose. No. Bed extruder, 1 Celsius. Ah, okay, so that's what it's saying, okay. Is it heating up? I really don't know. Oh, it is heating up. Okay, so it doesn't look like it has like an active, let me show you guys this. So as it's heating up on the front, okay, no, it does update. It's just a little slow. So you have options. You can switch between bed temperature for preheat and for extruder, and you can choose whether you want to jump by 1 Celsius, 5 Celsius, or 10 Celsius when you go up or down, and then go back. Cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and feed this filament through. Cut it with some scissors. I don't know how to feed the filament on this thing. That seems to be working. There's gotta be a better way than that, though. Cool. So there's a load option, and it loads it for you. That's really convenient and simple. Load filament complete. Click confirm for return. Think well, that worked relatively well. Okay. Wi-Fi. So there's some plastic that spit out. Okay, let's see if we can get a print going. Let me move some stuff here. I kinda gotta go for an angle here because I have the printer printing on the ground right next to me. It's like halfway down the bar now. Oh man. I'm gonna take a 30-second breather here. That printer might print 50% bigger than most of my printers, but the size of it is 200%, I feel, bigger than most of my printers. Yeah, that's the same with Ultra Big Ink. You will know when the print's cool, it should release automatically. I'm really looking forward to printing on this damn thing. Alright, so I don't know. We'll plug in this SD card and hopefully not put a virus on our computer. I'll unplug my headphones. Okay. Let's see, let me share my screen so we can see what's going on with this SD card. Pretty nice SD card. Sent me a 16 gig SanDisk Cruiser SD card. That's a pretty nice SD card for a USB device. File. SanDisk Secure Access. Okay. Secure assembly. Is this an STL file? So are you ready to go? Is a fan upgrade nozzle for it? Bet you it is. A5. Well, I better believe I'm gonna add that on the next day or so here. Warm tips. V2. A5. Assembly. Kira. We gotta do the money cat. We just got to do the money cat. It's already sliced. Oh, I bet you know what? There's a USB slot. Okay, alright guys, there's a USB slot already on this machine. So we're gonna plug in the money cat and see how this goes. It's interesting. Usually they take micro SD cards, but this printer actually takes full-blown USB. So yeah, you can come by tomorrow, Bobby, and see it. All right, let's get started. So we're going to plug it in the side. I don't know whether it's even set up for PLA or ABS or what, but let's go print. Yeah, it loads up the SD card, MoneyCat, confirm, and it's heating up the bed to 50 degrees, heating up the extruder to 210. That looks pretty damn good. The extruder is already at temperature, but I had preheated it, so that makes sense. I want you guys to like see the screen and everything, but right about there. Alright, bed's heating up pretty quickly. It's at 40 degrees Celsius out of 50. It's cool, it came with an attachment for like a fan shroud. If it ends up working for this machine, I'll probably add it for PLA cooling. It's at 44 degrees, 45. Oh, my back. Jesus. 49 degrees. It's gonna start any second. There we go. Definitely hit my wall. Well, it's printing. First layer doesn't look bad. It was probably the easiest setup on a printer, aside from the mono-priced Mini, but this is a much bigger printer. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty hyped on this printer. If it ends up printing really good, it's gonna be nice having that extra build height and build width. I've been wanting a bigger printer for quite a long time. All my printers are like that 200 by 200 by 200 range. This Mario's turning out really badass though. I gotta send a quick Snapchat as well. be a little too close to the bed. We'll let it do its thing though. I'm not too worried. The print area is 300 by 300 by 310, I believe. I can confirm it right now. Give me one sec. Choose your Aurora. 305 by 305 by 320. It's got some pretty cool features too. So like, if the power gets pulled, like if I pull the power cable out right now, and I plug it back in, it'll continue where it left off. So it's got like power failure continuing, and it's also got if filament runs out, it has like a high-pitched alarm I saw online. It'll pause and it'll shriek until you replace the filament, and then it'll continue printing too. So that's a really cool feature, which is becoming more standard with like, you know, kind of pricier printers. But yeah, this printer is pretty badass. Oh. Back is destroyed. Yeah, it's just like the Anycubic, but larger, exactly. It's getting, from what I've seen, it's gotten pretty damn good feedback. I mean, it feels like not as many people have reviewed this printer as the Anycubic, but Maker's Muse reviewed it, and he had some things to say that weren't like super great about it in terms of some of the wording they used and features that didn't really seem to exist, but overall, he made it seem like it was a pretty solid printer, and everything else I've seen too is showing it's a pretty solid printer. So where did you find it cheaper than 500? On GearBest. On GearBest it's $375. I posted it for you. Yeah, I'll end up doing a first print video on this. I'm not going to count this as the first print. I'll do like a pretty good size print since it's got such a large scale print volume, and then I'll do a like first impression video based off of my experience with it so far, and then I'll do a final review video in probably a couple weeks. That's about what I paid for the Anycubic. Yeah, the Anycubic I think goes for around $350-ish, give or take. At least on GearBest, I think I saw it on here. Anycubic. Yeah, it's $350 on here, so I really would like to get my hands on the Anycubic and see how it compares to this printer. But yeah, they look relatively similar for sure. The design, the screen, the base, like everything about it looks really similar. Does the Anycubic that you have auto bed leveling though? Because I swear I saw that on one of the Anycubics. Full metal frame, Anycubic ultra base TFT touchscreen, 3-step assembly, power loss, hot end, restrict, yeah, bigger build volume. I could have gotten it cheaper from GearBest, but I wanted it sooner, so I bought it off Amazon since I'm a Prime member. Ah, that makes sense. GearBest, well, GearBest hooks me up quick. Like, I do a lot of reviews with GearBest. They're one of my primary 3D printer sponsors, so like, normally I get my printers in 4 to 5 days, which is insanely quick from China, but I know some people have had to wait a lot longer. Yeah, plus Amazon too, you know, you've got a really good return policy if anything goes wrong with it. Have you printed pretty much the full size of the Mega? I need to add LEDs to this printer. I don't know how I'm going to do it or where I'm going to mount them. Well, I can figure out where I'm going to mount them relatively easily. Oh, I know where I'm going to mount them. It should reconnect. I printed pretty much the full X and Y area, but not the Z yet. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I want to print to test out the height on this and how good it can go. I want to see if I can find a model that's maybe like a base type thing. That way it doesn't waste too much plastic, so I don't need it to be super solid, like infill wise. This $180 Tevo Tarantula is pretty impressive though, because literally all my upgrades were mostly just for looks, except for the added cooling fan, which was like a $6 upgrade, and it's printing out pretty damn good prints, man. I'll probably try to have the full review done by like Monday. I don't think I'll upload it Sunday since it's Super Bowl. Nice, my I3 Mega can't be fixed. I tried everything as forum said, but it still has the bent bed issue. Oh, that sucks. The actual, like what part of the bed's bent? My current fix is using Captain Tape to up the other areas just lower than the middle and use Megigu, so and that blows. Any cubic is not going to offer you some kind of a warranty or like a replacement? That seems pretty unheard of for a $350 printer. It's a very weird bend. It came like that when you purchased it, or it happened over time? Like it started to sag? I could see that being an issue on larger beds, but a 200 by 200 is kind of weird. It's just a standard bed. It shouldn't be going. You're sending me. Oh, okay. Oh, you have Dave. You have the you have the Anycubic Mega? Cause you asked. Didn't you ask me about it, or did you see you had it? I think you asked me about it. Is the glass part warped, or is the metal flexing under it? I feel like the metal flexing under it would make more sense, but if he has to use tape to like deal with it, I feel like it's a pretty significant warp. Sorry, I'm not in like the camera directly, guys. I can't. The printer's right here by my leg, so if I scoot over, I'll hit it. It's in replacement metal sheet bed, but now I'm wondering if the glass itself is warped because everything else is fine. Oh, okay, so they're at least trying to help you out. This printer's a freaking monster, man. So one thing I will say, because of its metal housing, it's not super quiet. It could be the surface I have it on too, but it's not super quiet at all compared to like most of my other printers. On my side, the center is higher, and the corner points make sure it will make contact with the bed in the middle. I check the bed itself, and I'm almost certain it's not that deep. That's the issue with mine. Get a problem I've seen with some of the glass beds are warped with the bow in the middle. The Ultra base isn't just a sheet, is it? Either. It's like how they manufacture the glass. So I was gonna say, could you just get another like replacement glass piece and then put the Ultra base on it? But it looks based off the picture like it's manufactured that way. that might be. I have the same issue as Dave. The metal sheet has been replaced. The same issue. Let me check. Actually, never checked the glass plate on the sides. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the stream. It was supposed to be an hour thing, and then I got carried away with this unit here, but I'll post a picture on Twitter if you guys want to see what the first print looks like right off the build here. And then I've got a stupid amount of videos coming up. I've got at least 1 or 2 more on the Tevo Tarantula, which is on the ground. Then I've got like 3 or 4 coming on this guy. And then I've got the Trunks EXY in the box I got to work on. So I've got my work cut out for me the next couple weeks here, which I'm really excited. This machine looks insanely awesome and very unique compared to what I've primarily dealt with before. So thank you for all you guys that hung out. 3D Experience, Dave, I am the best. Seriously, it was not planned, so I didn't really have anything set up recording. It was just a random thing that turned into more. Thank you for all the conversation and comments and things like that. Bobby, you too, of course. And whoever else is, if anyone else is here, kind of in the back lurking and stuff like that. But I'll be doing more streams. I'll probably do a stream. I might even stream when I print something big on this, that way people can come and hang out. And I'll do a time lapse of it for the YouTube video, so we might do something like that here. But anyways, thank you guys. Hope you guys all have a great night. And if I see you the next stream, I'll see you then. If not, have a great weekend. And if you're watching the Super Bowl, have a good Sunday watching the Super Bowl. So, alright guys. Night.